In court today, bombshell new evidence in the disappearance of Suzanne Morphew. We learned she was having an affair for 2 years prior to her disappearance, that investigators only found out about the affair through a spy pen like this one that recorded audio between Suzanne and her lover, and that she traveled at least 6 times out of state to be with him. We also learned Barry Morphew and Suzanne argued shortly before her disappearance about money, in particular about Suzanne's inheritance, which the couple partially spent on their large house in Chaffee County. On the other hand, the defense argued no blood or trace evidence was ever found, not in the home, not in Barry's truck, and Suzanne's body has never been found either. They also argue Barry did everything a concerned husband would do after the disappearance of his wife, texted her, called his daughters, asked neighbors to check on Suzanne, and never objected to police searches of the home or his truck. The defense also revealed Suzanne was on antidepressants before her disappearance.
Unbelievable information coming out during this preliminary hearing. Let's bring back in our think tank, Ann Bremner, Michael Sterling, Gerald Griggs. All right, before we comment, I want to ask you, all these things are going on seemingly in this relationship, right? Very complicated. She's having an affair. She's got a spy pen. She suspects he might be having an affair. They're arguing about money. But when she disappeared, Barry put out a video. I want to show it to you one more time. And again, look at the video, judge his demeanor, notice the frown wrinkles in his forehead make him look very concerned.
Oh, Suzanne, if anyone is out there that can hear this, that has you, please, we'll do whatever it takes to bring you back. We love you, we miss you, your girls need you. No questions asked. However much they want, I will do whatever it takes to get you back. Honey, I love you, and I want you back so bad.
Michael Sterling, what'd you think of Barry? I mean, now that we know all these things that are going on inside that home.
Sure. I mean, he looks like a concerned husband, Vinny. I just don't see, with the lack of physical evidence that the defense was pointing out today in the preliminary hearing, it's unusual to get this much information and this much evidence at a prelim hearing, especially from the defense. But this lack of physical evidence that somehow ties him to anything related to her disappearance or murder, and just the mere fact that she was having an affair and there might have been money trouble, I don't think that gets you there. You're going to need something else. You're going to need something more than just that.
Gerald Griggs, scorned husband. Not you.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Barry,
oh, no.
scorned husband. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Barry Morphew, scorned husband. Does that theme work as a potential motive here?
I'm not sure. I have to agree with Michael. This lack of any type of physical evidence is going to be real hard. I mean, it's enough to get you past a prelim. But I think the reason why the defense is laying this out is for further conversation down the road with the state as to the lack of any real substantial evidence, and kind of giving them a preview of what a trial would look like. And any competent defense attorney would do this and show them early on that they're going to have a rough go at it with a first-degree murder charge. So I think that's what's happening right now.
And Bremner, I think this was a broken relationship. You know, the children were getting older.
Mm-hmm.
If she's having an affair for 2 years with someone...
2 years.
And then the spy pen. Apparently I think the story is she bought the spy pen because she suspected him, but somehow she gets recorded in a 5-hour conversation with her lover. And that's how investigators find out all this stuff.
Yeah.
There's trouble in paradise there.
Big trouble in paradise. And then you kind of shift to whether or not there was some involvement with the gentleman she had the affair with. They went to school together. There was domestic violence in her marriage. She had kind of the cleanup things with her husband. But what a tale. It was hard to follow. I mean, I felt like I needed pins and maps in terms of what kind of evidence they have in text. She texted a bikini picture of herself right before she disappears. There's one last kind of cryptic text from the man with whom she's having an affair. There's like a lot more questions than answers in this case. And you see some people saying, is this victim blaming in the prelim hearing? And then I agree with Gerald and Michael. There's kind of a dearth of evidence, at least at this stage in preliminary hearing. They just have to get past probable cause. They'll get there. We have to ask ourselves, really, what is the evidence in this case? But this is a man scorned? Sounds like.
It does, and again, he may be a double victim, a victim of a wife
Right.
who's cheating on him, and a victim of losing his wife to whatever happened here, if it wasn't him, as prosecutors believe it was. Michael Sterling, what are your thoughts about the spy pen?
Vinny,
That's kind of
I'm not quite
unusual in a relationship,
Yeah.
isn't it? I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to take a survey here on the show, but I think people at home. I mean, it's a little drastic, right?
Well, I can answer it. I would not use a spy pen to spy on my wife. That is unusual. And it's really unusual that she was suspecting him of cheating when she was having a 2-year affair. So
And how about the fact? How about this, Michael? The man who she was having this affair with, like, she goes missing, and like he's gone. It's like he has nothing to do with the search. No concern. Is just stop and allegedly is erasing some of his messages with her. I mean, that's problematic for prosecutors, I think.
Absolutely, and Vinny, that was going to be my next comment, and you got me right before I got to it. Like, where is that guy in all of this? Where is he at? Why is he not being questioned or being looked at? Is his house being searched? Is his cars being searched? He's doing all of these things that appear to be guilty while her husband's desperately searching for him. No physical evidence tying her husband to this crime, to her disappearance. So where's this guy at? Where are the police? What are the police doing about him?
Yeah, and the bottom line, prosecutors better have all those answers in front of a jury, because they're going to be so focused on him in this trial, more so than anything else. If they don't answer those questions, they're going to have a big problem. Take a look, folks. The preliminary hearing is continuing 23rd, 24th